Okay, so there's this comment, and then there was another comment that you made where you said that the Ten Commandments is the law of Moses and not Jesus. So you need, as do all other Christians, you need to go and learn the difference between the Holy Covenant of Promise and the sacrificial law. If you read Deuteronomy 5, verse 2, it says that the Lord our God, Jehovah our God, made a covenant with us in Horeb. And then it runs through the Ten Commandments. And then in verse 22, it says, and he wrote these commandments upon 2 tables of stone, and he added no more. Okay, so the Ten Commandments is separate to the sacrificial law. It was only once Israel had transgressed the Holy Covenant, the Ten Commandments, that this sacrificial law punishment was added to the Holy Covenant. And Paul tells you this, that the law was added because of transgression. Galatians 3:19. So the Holy Covenant, the Ten Commandments, went on the inside of the ark, and the sacrificial law was placed in a book on the outside of the Ark of the Covenant. That's in Deuteronomy 31, verse 24. And it says that the sacrificial law was to be a witness against Israel until it was finished. And then Yeshua comes along, he dies, goes up on the cross, and he says, it is finished. So he's talking about the sacrificial law. Deuteronomy 18 tells you explicitly that the Messiah came to teach us everything that Israel desired at Horeb. So I remind you, Deuteronomy 5:2, the Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb. So Yeshua literally came to teach us the Holy Covenant of Promise, which is the Ten Commandments. The sacrificial law, he ended. Like you're saying, the Ten Commandments isn't the law of Jesus. Well, first of all, his name is not Jesus, it's Yeshua. And the law of Yeshua, the law of Christ, is the law of liberty, in which the Messiah elevated 2 commandments to love God and love your neighbor. Loving God, as I explained in the video you commented on, means to keep the 10 commandments. And loving your neighbor as yourself means to rebuke sin and judge righteous judgment, which is according to the 10 commandments. So, yes, the law of Yeshua actually is based entirely on the 10 commandments, because you've got to keep the 10 commandments to judge righteous judgment, which is what he told us to do. And before you reply and say, he told us to love our neighbor as ourselves, go learn what he was quoting. Leviticus 19, verses 15 through to 18. This is such a huge blunder that Christians don't understand. There is a massive difference between the Holy Covenant, the 10 Commandments, and the Law of Moses. The Law of Moses and the 10 Commandments, not the same thing. You got to go and learn this difference.